Hey everybody, back at the Carrock. We're going to have a conflict here at the Carrock, and I'm going to see how my elves and ents do in order to get this figured out. So let's set up the quest a little bit. This is the second adventure pack in the first in the first expansion here. So this one is older, and I haven't played this very much. So the idea here is that the trolls have come down out of the hills and have kind of gotten a little more, what do I want to say, bold with the way that they are hanging out in some of the areas around here. And so we just got done looking for signs of Gollum in the Anduin River, and now we notice some trolls, or we notice that there are evidence of trolls as well. So that's what this scenario deals with. It deals with looking for trolls and trying to kill the trolls. And the Bjornings are in this. Grimbjorn the Old is the kind of the dude that is in charge here, and he may come out. He's been already shuffled into this encounter deck. So if he comes out, then he just enters the staging area. So that's cool. So let's go over my heroes that I'm using for this. I'm using Tactics Legolas. I get to put 2 progress tokens on the current quest when I kill somebody. And then I have Haldir of Lorien, who can attack people that aren't engaged with him. And then I have Glorfindel, which is great because he's got a threat cost of 5. So all told, we have 9, 9, and 5, making our threat 23. I do have Albert Einstein with me. He's my rules interpreter, and he's the guy that lets me know if I'm doing or saying something incorrect. And he got back to me from the last episode, and I said one thing incorrect, and that was the stand and fight could be used to bring out Gandalf. Now, stand and fight cannot be used to bring out Gandalf, mainly because of, I don't want to say tricky wording, but because of very specific wording. It says that it can bring out any ally that belonged to any sphere, and allies that have no sphere, like Gandalf and Treebeard and my newly removed Defender of Naith, they have no sphere, so they cannot be brought back using stand and fight. But in this case, I think that's okay because I have enough other allies that I still like the idea of bringing allies back into play. So I'm going to continue to use that card in my deck. Now let's set up the quest here. Or actually, you know what? Let's draw. And I'm specifically looking for the Light of Valinor. Okay? That's my one condition on mulliganing. Mulliganing? Is that a thing that I can do? Okay. Or not. So we have the bow, we have a cloak, we have Net Draft, we have a stand and fight. There's that stand and fight guy. A Rivendell Blade, and then the Dunedain Hunter. Okay, now this is a good starting hand, although I don't like that I only have one ally. But I didn't get the Light of Valinor. So because I didn't get the Light of Valinor, I'm going to shuffle this up. Okay. And I'm going to try to get the Light of Valinor. Now, the Light of Valinor is a good card beyond just making sure that he doesn't knock me for 1 threat every turn, but it's great because this guy can then quest without exhausting, and then he can defend or attack. So it basically gives me a 4th hero out here. Now, the Light of Valinor is a unique card, so I can only have one of it out in play at a time, but still, it's still a good card to have on the Glorfindel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The difficulty of this is a 7. This scenario is a 7 difficulty. Just go, oh, this is a good sign. Lembas, the Light of Valinor. The Galadrim Weaver, let's see, Galadrim, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Galadrim Weaver. Feint, 2 feints, the Rivendell Blade, and now a Wandering Ent. So this, I'm looking at this and I'm saying this looks pretty good. This is a good starting hand. Now, not that I had a choice in this case, but that is what it is. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that I read the scenario setup a little bit, because I think I misplayed it last time. This happens when you don't play every scenario so often. There's certain scenarios that I play really often. This scenario, Grimbjorn's Quest, or Conflict with the Carrock, I don't play hardly ever, which I love. I love that I haven't played this in a while, and now I'm revisiting it using these videos. But sometimes you forget some of the little ins and outs of the quest. For example, in my last episode, I completely forgot that all 4 trolls were going to come out and I was going to have to fight them. And basically, as soon as that happened, I was dead. I knew it. So I have to make sure that I maintain here at Grimbjorn's Quest stay at 1B for enough to be able to have enough characters on. So, anyways, I added the Carrock to the staging area. I removed the 4 unique trolls. I did that right last time. But it says only remove 4 copies of Sacked. What I did is I removed all copies of Sacked, and I think there's 5 or 6. And then I only put 1 back in the deck. Not that that's going to be a huge thing for just one of my episodes, but I think it's important to realize that you want to only return. You want to have some Sacked cards in the deck. So now I think that there was, I don't know, like I said, there was 5 or 6 to begin with, so I now have 2 or 3 Sacked cards in here instead of just the 1 or 2. Okay, so this is good. And so now there's some flavor text on 1B, and it says, after placing the 7th progress token, it talks about how to defeat the quest, or what happens once you defeat the quest and get 7 progress tokens on this. The Carrock becomes the active location. The other location gets thrown away, discarded, and so that's really what's going on. Okay, so right now this is my setup. So I feel like it's the calm before the storm after doing this the last time. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to play. I'll do this for real. Normally when I would play not being recorded, I would just do this without showing everybody. But I'm going to bring out the Light of Valinor with this guy. And then I'm going to play the Rivendell Blade onto Hollow Deer, which is a tactics resource. And then I'm going to put Lembas, which is this lore, onto... I think I'm going to put it onto Legolas. Okay, just in case Legolas has to soak up some damage. Okay, and then next round I can bring out the Galadrim Weaver and then do some other things. Okay, so like I said, I'm pretty happy with the way that this started, I think. And now we're going to go. Now we're going to get started. Okay, so Albert, he's going to help me out. He's my rules guy. And then I start the thread of 23. So I'm going to quest for 3. I'm going to quest for 5 to begin with here. I'm going to go straight into this. Because again, this guy can attack, or can defend or attack. So I'm good. And this guy has Lembas. So I feel like if one creature comes out, and I'm only drawing 1 per round, unless I get a surge, I can take that creature on and maybe do a little bit of something to it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to quest for 5. There's 2 out there, and of course, I get the 1 creature that has surge. So, okay. So the river Lang flood just says, well, this is in the staging area. Gets +1 for each troll enemy in play. So there's no troll enemy in play. These are considered out of play until I bring them into play. Okay, so there's 5 there, and I quested for 5. So I am going to bring this guy out. Okay. So I don't do any progress. Oh, I am going to travel. Okay, so that brings that out of the staging area. And now I'm going to do some attacking. I don't know why I always squeeze myself out of having like an area to actually engage these guys. So I have all this area over here that doesn't seem to get used. But whatever, we're good. Okay, so shadow effect. I don't have any resources to even cancel it. So, okay. So I'm going to attack this. This is the Wolf Rider attacking. Has 2 attack. I have 1 defense. There's no shadow effect. So I do 2 damage to Glorfindel. Or, sorry, 1 damage to Glorfindel because that's what he gets. Okay, and he's exhausted. And so now I'm going to attack this with this guy, and I'm going to do 3 damage to it. It dies, and that means that I end up with 2 progress tokens on the active location because of Legolas's effect. Okay, great. So there's 1. I'm going to ready. I'm going to increase my threat by 1. How am I doing, Albert? He says I'm doing pretty good. I'm at round 2. I'm going to draw Treebeard. Oh man. So that's pretty good. So now I'm gonna put on resources. So there's 1 resource for spirit, 1 tactics, and I need 1 for lore. Now I'm gonna bring out the Galadriel Weaver. Okay, that's about all that I can bring out right now. Okay. Now, when I bring them out, I take the top part of my discard pile and put it back in my deck. But that response fizzles because I don't have anything in my discard pile. So now I'm going to I'm going to quest for 1, 4, 6. Having that Light of Valinor helps so much. That card is very, very powerful because it allows me to, again, quest and then attack or defend as I need it. And so that's really a great thing to be able to do. So I quested for 6. Okay, the Brownlands comes out. And it says, so the Brownlands basically is a threat killer. It's a buffer for threat. And so basically it has 5 threat there, but it only has 1. But when it goes and becomes active location, it just evaporates because I put 1 progress token on it. And so now the thing with that is now there's 7, and I only quested for 6. So I have to raise my threat by 1. There's no creatures, so I'm going to ready everybody, raise my threat by 1, raise my round by 1, because that's what Albie tells me to do. Okay, so now I'm going to get 1 resource, 2 lore, 2 tactics. I'm going to draw. I get a cloak, which is super nice, because now I'm going to bring out Treebeard, and because I have 5 total resources, and then I'm going to bring out the cloak and put the cloak onto Glorfindel, because Glorfindel ends up being my attacker. He's got 5 hit points, so he can soak up a ton of stuff. Okay, Treebeard comes into play exhausted. He's a big old guy, so it takes him a lot to do whatever it is that he needs to do for us. Okay, I'm going to get a Treebeard resource token because I'm going to need that at some point. Okay, and so now I'm going to quest. So I'm going to quest for 1, 4, 6, 7, and I kind of have to do that only because there's 7 threat already out there. Okay, so now the Gladden Fields. Okay, I have to raise my threat when it's the active location. The problem with that again is now I have 2, 7, 10, and I only quested for 1, 4, 6, 7. So I have to raise my threat by 3. I'm at 29 threat, and I haven't even gotten anywhere to do this. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to ready everybody. I'm gonna give everybody resources. So Treebeard gets a resource. Orphandol, Legolas, Haldir. There's a Durndingle Warrior, so that's good. So the Ent side of this is coming along pretty well. So I'm going to bring out the Wandering Ent, because I can use this guy to pay and this guy to pay, because the Wandering Ent has more questing. Okay, and so I'm going to want to make sure that I do that. Now, the other thing that I could do is I can't quest with this round. No, that's not reasonable. Okay, so now there's 10 out here. So I'm going to quest for 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. I'm going to quest for 9. Okay, that's crazy. I'm going to pull out... Oh, look. Grimbjorn the Old. It says he's an objective, and Grimbjorn does not exalt. So this is kind of who I was looking for. Okay, and let me take an aside here real quick, is because in this aside, you know what I forgot to do? Albert forgot to remind me. I have to raise my threat. I'm at 30 and I'm in round 4. Okay. But what I like about this is that Grimbjorn is out hunting trolls. Okay, so the mechanic of being able to have to look for Grimbjorn in the encounter deck is awesome, because it gives me that feeling that I have to find him. And so sometimes I may find him, sometimes I may not find him, depending on when I'm running through the scenario. But so it says he needs 8 or more resource tokens on him to join the first player as an ally. Okay. So it says spend 1 leadership resource token to put that resource on Grimbjorn the Old. So now I see why there was a previous thing that just says that in my previous episode that said that this guy all resource tokens are also leadership tokens now too, which is a good sign, because actually this deck produces a lot of tokens. So now let's make sure we quest and travel and do all that stuff. So there's 5 out here. Okay, it's the Brownlands that's really killing me for 5. Okay, but there's 10 out here. Grimbjorn is not; he's an ally, so that's cool. But I quested for 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, and there's 10, so that's 1. Okay. Now, I have no reason to raise my threats, or no reason to engage anybody. This guy's on my side, so here we go. So I'm going to ready. I'm going to do this. I'm going to ready everybody. I'm going to raise my threat, raise my round. Albert's happy. Okay, I'm going to draw. Okay, the Rivendell Blade. That is a great thing to draw, at least for right now. So Treebeard gets 1. Haldir gets 1. Orphandol's up to 2, and now this guy's up to 2. And so now I get it. Okay, the struggle for this is going to be to maintain your threat below, well, the hope is below 34. Try to get Grimbjorn out so that you can, and then find the land, and then hopefully you can kill these trolls. So that's cool. So, I'm going to use 1 one Treebeard token. And then I'm going to spend one Legolas token, one Tactics token, to bring out the Durnbingle Warrior. Now, funny thing is I've been playing this, I have double-digit games that I played, and it seems like I always get one of each, and I never get multiples. Okay, so it seems like I get one of each end. Okay, the only thing that I seem to usually got more than one of was that silly Defender of Maith, which I took out at the beginning of last game that I played. So, whatever. So now let's quest 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 11. That's 11. Oh, there's the bee pastures. After you travel to the bee pastures, search the encounter discard pile for Grumio and Mule, then add him to the staging area. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, so there's a way that I could have gotten Grumio out. Because, in the story, the lore of Lord of the Rings is that the Bjornings, the shapeshifters, were beekeepers. They really loved the bees. So apparently they have pastures of bees here in this one. So back, let's see, 5, 8, 10, 11, 1, 4, 9, 11. So at least I didn't raise my threat, but I'm getting land heavy, so I really need to get ahead of that somehow, so that I don't quest unsuccessfully all the time here. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 here. So I'm going to put my little Ent army over here, and I'm going to raise the number of resources that I have. So I have 3, 2, and 2. I'm going to draw a card. Oh, look. That's a Treebeard, which is just the Ent that I didn't want, because I can only have one unique character out of time. Okay, so I'm out of characters in my hand. So, here we go. I'm not playing the Rivendell Blade, just because I don't know exactly how it's going to play out with these guys. So, anyways, the Ents are questing for 5, 6, 9, 11, 12. I have 11 out here. Hey, a Marsh Adder. That's nice. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 5, 10, 12, and I quested for 12, so I'm okay. I am okay. So the Marsh Adder comes out. Okay, it comes out of the staging area. Okay, and what I am going to do is I'm going to play. I'm going to feint it. Okay. Actually, you know what? I have both feints in my hand, and I should probably save them for when the trolls come out, because I think I'm allowed to use effects on them. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So for the Muck Adder, this is what ends up happening. You know what? I'm going to use it. The Muck Adder, I'm going to play feint. Okay, so I'm going to use the 1. Because what ends up happening is I end up waiting to use stuff, and then I die because I've waited to use it, and then it's a mess. So I'm going to feint with this. There's a shadow card. The shadow card comes off. There's no effect. Okay, that's what I kind of wanted out there. Okay, now I'm going to attack this guy with the with Glorfindel, and Glorfindel does 3 damage to it. Okay, so now we ready, everybody? raise threat, raise round. Albert's happy. Okay, this goes in my discard. I have 2 now, and I have 2 on Treebeard, 4 on Glorfindel, 3 resources on Haldir, and 2 on who's this guy? Legolas. Okay, I'm gonna claim 1. Okay, that's good. A test of will, because that allows me to cancel some things. So now I've learned my lesson. I'm going to take and I'm going to put the Rivendell blade. Actually, I'm not going to put the Rivendell blade anywhere yet again. So I'm going to use my my Instaquest for 5, 6, 8. Sorry, 6, 9, 11, 12. And out here, there's 1, 3, 4, 5, so that's 11, right? 1 and 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, plus 2 is 11. And I quested for 12. Okay. So this is Massing at Night. Reveal X cards from the encounter deck. X is the number of players in the game. So now we reveal another one, and it says Sacked. Okay, I haven't done Sacked here. Okay, there's a different version of Sacked when you're playing We Must Ere Break of Day, the first in the campaign series of the Lord of the Rings, or the Hobbit, I guess. Let's see, attached to a hero with no sacked cards attached to it, controlled by the first player, constant condition, attached hero cannot attack, defend, commit to a quest, trigger its effect, or collect resources. So this guy can do nothing. He can spend resources. Okay, so I'm gonna, you know what I'm going to do? So I'm going to put this on Glorfindel. Okay, or not Glorfindel. I'm going to put it onto Legolas. So this is because he has the least amount of questing. I'm okay for right now, I think. So I still quested for 3, 6, and 6 is 12, and there was 11 out here. So I quested. So I quested successfully here, and now that means that this comes up, and I quested, and so now that says after the players travel here, they're going to place 1 resource, 1 progress token on it. So now I've traveled there. Now the only bummer is that that becomes a traveled, like I've already used my travel fees. Okay, so I can't now travel again. There's only 1 travel fees per round. Okay. So now the Marsh Adder, or the Muck Adder, not to be confused with the Marsh Adder, which may be in this deck as well. But the Muck Adder would come out. Okay. So now he gets a shadow. I'm going to ready Treebeard, and Treebeard is the one that's going to block this guy. Okay. So let's Treebeard blocks. Oh look, Hill Troll. The Hill Troll is cool because the Hill Troll doesn't have any shadow effect. So the Hill Troll goes here, so that makes me feel a little bit better that I'm not going to have to deal with at least one of the Hill Trolls. Okay, so Treebeard defends for 3, and this guy attacks for 2, so no damage there. And now I'm going to use Glorfindel, and I'm going to attack this guy here. So that's good. Okay, so the Muck Adder is done. And I need to get that place. That place that allows me to put leadership tokens on this guy. So I'm going to ready everybody. I'm going to raise my threat. I'm at round 7. I'm going to draw a card. This is a good card to have, I think, right now. This is the Dunedain Hunter. And so I'm going to raise my resources. I have 1 Treebeard resource. I have 5 Spirit. I'm going to have 4 on Lore. Now, remember, this guy doesn't collect them. He does nothing because he's in a sack. So he can only spend resources. Okay. So I have to remember that I can cancel when reveal effects. So here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to bring this guy out. When I bring this guy out, I draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to bring this guy out. Now he's engaged with me. Okay. Now I have to shuffle this. And so that helps because I now got a free 0 casting cost, 0 resource cost guy out just by bringing out these silly little goblin snipers that I can probably take care of in one turn, because I don't want to have to I don't want to travel this too quickly, because I want to make sure that I have Grimmbjorn out. He's big, heavy blocker. I want to have a couple of Gandalfs in my hand. I want to see if I can get rid of the sacked card. I don't know. So, anyways, so let's count. There's 6 threat out here. Okay. There's 6 threat out here. So let's quest for 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna quest for 5. Let's see, 6, 7. I think so. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna keep this guy out. 7. Okay, I'll quest for 8. Okay. Quest for 8. And that leaves me 3 characters to do something with in case something crazy comes up. Okay, so there's the Riverlands. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, and I quested for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even up. That's the best that I could have dealt with. Okay, so now I'm going to deal this shadow card. Treebeard is going to block. Treebeard is a tree, so he blocks really well. Oh wait, before I do that, I'm going to travel. So I'm going to travel to the Gladden Fields. Okay. Now the Gladden Fields is a good buffer, but I need to make sure that I get through there pretty quick. So because I have to raise my threat by 1, or by an extra 1 during my refresh phase. Okay, but Treebeard is still going to block. Okay, and so it says remove 1 progress token from the current quest. There are no progress tokens on the current quest, so that's good. Okay, Treebeard defends for 3. Nothing happens. Okay, now this guy is going to get killed by, it doesn't matter. Let's kill him with Haldir. So Haldir kills him. Okay? So Haldir kills him. So now we go through and re-ready everybody. Okay, this is the refresh phase. I have to raise my threat by 2 because the Gladden Fields is the active location. I get some resources, so now I have 5 lore. And I don't know why I readied him. He still stays, and he doesn't collect any resources. I should probably raise my round by 1, so Albert's all good. And now I'm going to draw a card. Okay, so this is good. I got Elrond's Council. So let's see here. Right. So I'm going to not play the Rivendell Blade because I can't get at those things right there. So I think I'm going to quest now. I'm going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then I'm going to play this guy So that's because I control a unique Noldor, which is Glorfindel. I get +1 to put on a different character, and I get to reduce my threat by 3. So my threat's going to go down to 33. Okay, this comes up. Okay, and now I quested for 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, and out here is 5. Okay. So it says, this is the Misty Mountain Goblins, and it says, after it makes an attack, I have to remove 1 progress token from current quest. That's okay, so I quested for 11, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This goes into the victory display, and then, I'm sorry, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I'm going to put 1 onto my quest right there. And so now I'm going to travel to the Riverlands, because I don't want that in the staging area. Now this is going to come out, and I am going to block it with Glorfindel. Okay, I think. So Glorfindel blocks. There is no threat, or sorry, no shadow effect, and Glorfindel can defend for 2, so he is good. And now a Haldir is going to attack for 3, plus his reduces defense down to 0, so this Misty Mountain goes in that area, and because he made an attack, I have to remove 1 progress token from the current quest. So, it's crazy, but that's the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to ready people. Okay, ready, everybody. And raise my threat by 1, raise the round by 1. Okay, I'm going to need my 12-sided die here. Okay, so this is going to be 7 resource tokens, and then 6 resource tokens for this, and this guy has 3. I haven't drawn yet, so I'm going to draw. Oh look, the black arrow. That is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to put the black arrow onto Haldir. Okay, so there's 3, and then this is 3, so that's 6 that's out there. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. I'm going to quest for 8. There's 3 in the staging area. So, look, Oakwood Grove. It says, while Oakwood Grove is the active location, resource tokens from any sphere may be spent as leadership spheres. And that's what I wanted to have, because I have enough to put each of those to put on here, and then I can play my 8, and I can get Grimgorn. So I think I'm setting this up pretty well. We'll see what happens, though. There's 5, and then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is perfect. And now I'm going to travel to the Oakwood Grove. There's no characters out. Okay. There's no enemies out, so I'm going to ready everybody. Okay, and I can't ready Legolas. I want to, but I'm not going to. And so I'm going to put, there's 4 here, 8, 7. That guy doesn't raise. I'm going to still raise my threat, raise my round. I'm at round 10, and Cloak of Lorien. So with the Cloak of Lorien, that's Good. So here's what I need to do. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 4 resource tokens out of here. So I'm down to 4. Then I'm going to spend 4 out of here, so I'm down to 3 here. I'm going to put 8 onto Grimbjorn. Okay. Because as an action, I can spend 1 to put 1 on here, and it doesn't require any exhausting or anything to do so. So basically now I have 8 tokens on Grimbjorn. So I'm going to put Grimbjorn. I feel like he needs to be take here. And so I don't know if it's going to ever come into play, but he has now 8 resources on him. Okay. I don't know if it matters or whatever the deal is, but he definitely is going to have 8. So I'm actually going to take this. This is my objective ally token thing. Okay. That's good. Okay. And now I'm going to put the Cloak of Lorien onto Haldir. So now I'm down to 2. Okay. So now let's quest. So quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to quest for 10. Okay. Quest for 10. Okay, and I get the bee pastures. So that's 4. 4 out here. 5. So that's an extra 1 to quest. And so that means that I put 5 on the current quest. Okay? And so now I don't really have much to do, so I guess I do that. Okay. Good. Refresh everybody. Play a card. Raise my threat. Raise my round. Everybody gets an extra resource. So I'm at 5. Everybody, Grimbjorn doesn't. I guess I could continue to put resources there, but I'm not going to. Okay. 5, 3. This guy still doesn't get any. Okay. Okay, stand and fight. So that allows me to pull a character out of the out of my discard pile. Okay. So I still feel like I just want to keep kind of, I don't know. So this is 3, 4, 6, 7. I'll do 7. Yeah? 7? Okay. And out here is 3, 4, 5. Okay, so, oh, here, look, here's a muck adder. Okay, so there's another muck adder. So I'm glad I saved some things. And so, let's see, 1, 2, 4. I quested for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, just to keep things straight, I think I'm going to keep, that's how much I quested for right there. So I quested for 7. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm up to 6 on the current quest. Bam. 6. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to engage the muck adder. That's okay. Guess what's going to happen when I engage the muck adder? Well, I'm going to travel and then engage the muck adder. So the muck adder is going to be blocked by Treebeard. No shadow effect. That's pretty cool. Okay, and now I'm going to do I'm going to attack with, let's see, 3, 6. And that kills the muck adder. So the muck adder is taken care of. So I'm probably going to accidentally quest through this next round. I was hoping to get a Gandalf in my hand just to be able to do that. So I'm going to raise my threat, raise this. I'm at 6 resource tokens. I'm going to get out my 12-sided dice to keep track of that. So I'm at 6. So I've built up enough resource tokens there. I'm at 6 here. I'm at 4 lore tokens. 4 lore. 7 years ago. Okay. Draw. Okay, well, I guess it's a goblin cleaver. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 to put the Rivendell blade onto Glorfindel. Okay, so I have to stand and fight, a test of will, I can do all sorts of stuff. I'm going to quest for 3, 4. Despair. Remove 4 progress tokens from the current quest card. Okay, so let's see. This is 2. So that means I'm down to 2 there. And now this one comes out. This is good. That's done. Because I have 2 threat and 2 to travel. I can't travel to the Carrock. So I guess I get to ready everybody. I could have done Test of Will, but I feel like I'm going to need that for when the trolls come out. So now I'm in this delicate balancing act where so I have to raise my, so I'm at 7, 5, still have 1. Okay. So I'm going to quest for 3, 4. Okay. So that's neutral. I don't raise my threat. I'm going to put this guy up here. Okay. Do this. Do this. Boss. Okay. I just want to see what this sack does. It says attached to a hero with no sack cards, constant condition attachment, cannot attack, defend, come to a quest, trigger its effect, or collect. It never says that it can't be readied. Okay, so I'm going to ready him. Just because that's what that card doesn't say that. So I'm going to take Lembas. I'm going to put Lembas onto Glorfindel. Glorfindel has a bevy of stuff here. Okay, I'm going to quest for 3, 4, 5. I'm going to quest for 5. So there's another River Langflood. Okay, so that's 4, 5. And then I put the 1 up there. I'm going to raise my threat by 1. Because I'm in the next round. I'm in round 15. So this, I really would like to have something here, Gandalf. That's really what I'm looking for because he is a beast. Okay. Another Lembas. Okay. So I'm going to play the Lembas onto this guy now. Okay, I'm going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 5. Quest for 5. Hey, I get a creature out. Okay, so that's 2. So now I need. So I travel 1. So now this creature comes out. So I'm going to block the wargs with Treebeard. Good. Defending character gets -1 for the duration of the attack. Okay. So that means 3, defend for 3. So Treebeard. Oh, Treebeard, you took damage. Okay, so Treebeard. This. And now. It doesn't really matter. Glorfindel. He's going to kill the wargs. Okay, ready, everybody? Okay, I'm just going to have to. Problem is, I don't want a bunch of things. Oh, I should have used the sting. Oh no, I don't have any characters that are dead, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, so I get an extra resource. So I'm at 9. 9. 5. Okay. I drew. Okay, I'm going to quest. And I think I just want to get through this at this point. So I'm going to quest for 2, 4, 7. I'm going to quest for 7. Okay, so that's 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is done. Now I'm going to travel here. I have no characters. And now So now, because I don't have any enemies out here, I'm going to do this. Ready, everybody? I'm going to raise my threat by 2. I think I... Uh-oh. Okay, well... Okay, so I have 10. 10. 6. An int draft. Okay, so I'm going to put that on this guy. I'm going to spend 1. The ink draft. Okay, so let's, you know what? We got to do this. So, I'm going to quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. I'm questing for 9. Okay. So, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 more is 9, so I'm at 5. 5 on the quest. So this comes up here, travel, now raise our throw by 1. I'm in round 16. Draw a card. Another Rivendell Blade. It's restricted. I think that, let's see. That's not restricted. So, I am going to play the Rivendell. No, I'm not going to play the Rivendell Blade. Because I want to keep the resource out there for Feint. So I'm going to quest for 5, 8, 9. I'm going to quest for another 9. Pull this out. The Brownlands. Oh! God, 7, 8, 9. That's 2. This is what happens when you wait too long. Okay, so now I'm feeling a little rushed. Okay. So now I raise my threat by 1. Raise my round. Okay. I have 11, 11, 6. Okay, so now I can play this guy out. So that's 4. I could ready him. We'll see what ends up happening. Okay. Okay. Now, here we go. Right? Here we go. So, 3, 4, 6, 9. 9. He's already 9, 11. So I'm questing for 11. There's 7 out there. Here's Despair. Remove 4 progress tokens from the current location. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend the 1 to cancel that the 1 revealed effects using a test of will. Okay, so I'm back at 5. Okay, so I quested for 11, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this is done. Okay, now this comes out. And it says, when revealed, place the unique control characters set aside in the staging area. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. I'm okay with that, believe it or not. Okay, and so now I get to travel. And these guys engage me. So I just need to be able to defend these guys for 4. Okay, so now I have to engage these guys. And all of these guys get all sorts of crazy stuff because now this becomes the active location. Let me just make sure that I did this right. Okay, so this was here, and it said, it says, here, after placing the 7th, this became the active location, so this stays out there. So that may hurt me in terms of, so this is the guy I need to kill at first. Okay. I need to kill him first, and I want to feint him. Okay. Control players get +1 attack, +1 defense, and this gives them +1 attack and +1 defense. Okay, so right now each of these are 6/4 creatures. I'm okay with that. And so this is why I wanted to use feint. I want to feint this guy. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to spend the 1, and I'm going to feint. I'm going to feint this. Okay, so this guy doesn't, he doesn't attack. Okay, but that is good there. So he doesn't allow me have to make, he doesn't raise my threat. Okay. I'm also now, let's see. I'm also now going to, let's see, ready 1, 2, 3, 4 of my Ents. Okay. I'm going to ready 4 of my Ents. 6, 7, 8. Okay. And so by doing that, I'm going to use these. Okay. And so now I can do all sorts of stuff. Okay, let's see if I can kill all these guys in 1 round. Okay. And so after Rupert attacks, this guy's going to attack. Okay. So he's going to attack, and who's going to block him? Who can block for 6? I think the Durndingle Warrior. I'm going to put 1 damage on him, and that means he has +3. So he's going to block Rupert. Okay. And then there's a March Adder. So that has no effect. So he does 6 damage, and so now this Durndingle Warrior has 2 damage. Okay? And so now these 2 guys are taken care of. And now this guy is going to be blocked by the I guess the Wandering Ent is going to take him. Okay, it says if attacking enemy is a troll, which it is, remove 2 damage tokens from it. There's no damage tokens on this troll, but he does 6. This guy dies. Okay, let me see something here. Okay, and now I'm going to take this and I'm going to block with this guy. There's no shadow effect, and so he does 6. So okay, so those guys. Now I'm going to take some actions here, and so I can spend 4, and I can bring these guys back into play. Okay. And I'm going to use Goblin Cleaver to do a weapon. Okay, and so to do 2 damage directly to. Oh, I need damage counters here. Okay, so damage to let's see, to Lewis here. So Lewis does 2 damage, and I let's see, exhausted the Rivendell Blade. Now, how can I kill the most? I'm gonna need to do 14 damage to this guy. Okay. Actually, the Rivendell Blade helps me out. So let's see. The Rivendell Blade, if I do this, okay, that's 3. That's 3. Plus the Rivendell Blade allows me to lose 2 of those. So now I only need to do 12 total. So that's 3. 6, 10. I'm going to ready another guy. I'm going to do 12. So that's 12 damage to Lewis. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I don't need to ready him. So that's 10 damage to Lewis, and he dies. Okay, and it says, after defeating Lewis, you may choose and discard 1 sacked card from play. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to remove this from play, and that's good. And so now, I'm going to use, I guess in the middle of my attacks, I can't use actions, but that's, I think I'm okay. Let's keep going. Okay. So now I want to I think I want to see if I can do some damage to one of those guys here. So now I'm going to attack with Grimbjorn and Legolas, and I'm going to do damage to this guy. Let's see, 3, 4, 7. Can't quite get there, can I? 7. Okay. 7. I'm going to ready Treebeard. 7. 11. I'm going to do 11 damage. And so that means that I'm not doing 11 damage, I'm doing 11. This guy can block for 4 and has 10 hit points. So that means this guy is taking damage of, let's see, I did 11, 14, so he has 3 hit points left, so he has 7 damage. Bang. Okay. That was crazy. So now I'm going to ready everything. And now I get to do all sorts of things. Okay. I'm going to draw a card. Elrond's Council, that's good. So, 6. I'm going to do this. So I'm at 7 and 5. And we have 1 now. So now I'm going to take the Rivendell blade, and I'm going to put the Rivendell blade onto this guy, and so that helps. Okay. And now I'm going to play this. So here's what's going to end up happening. Oh, I have 2 tokens here. So I'm going to quest for, let's see, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to reduce my threat by 3. Whoops, reduce my threat by 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm at 43 threat. Okay, reduce my threat by 3. So I'm at 5. It's 5 out there. 5, 7. Let me do 7. 7. Oh, hill troll. So, well, whatever. So I did 1. The hill troll comes out engaged. This is crazy, but whatever. Okay. So now we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have to figure out creative ways to defend this. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to defend those guys here. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to use Grimbjorn. Or not Grimbjorn, I'm going to use Treebeard. Treebeard allows me to do that. Or should I use, you know, I could use Legolas too here. Let's see, what happens? Troll enemies. So these are all trolls. So this guy attacks for a boatload. Okay. How much did I? 5, 7. And there was. Right. Okay. So 6, 7. Right. Okay. Good. Okay. So actually, I need the strongest possible guys out there. So this guy. Okay. So I'm going to block, block, block. And then I'm going to use this guy to block this guy. 6, 3. And I can cancel the shadow effects. So this guy is going to be blocked by Treebeard. So let's see here. Treebeard, nothing. Okay. So Treebeard is at 4 damage, and that guy's been blocked. Okay. Now this guy is going to be blocked by this. He does 4, 5, 6. Again, no shadow, but I have to take the sacked card and put it back here. Is there any more sacked? Let's see. Any more sacked? Sacked, sacked, sacked. No more sacked. Okay. So I have to shuffle that back. So that means there's now, I think, 2 sacked cards in the last little bit here. Okay. So this guy dies. Okay. This guy defends this. Again, 6. No. This guy dies. But now, this guy does 6 again. Nothing. Okay, so this guy dies. So everybody's, all my ends are gone. Not all of them, but okay. So now I'm gonna ready Treebeard. This guy, I have to do 4. I have to do 7 damage to this guy. So I'm gonna take Grimbjorn. I didn't know that Grimbjorn doesn't exhaust to defend against trolls. Yeah. Well, that's okay. Okay. So there's 4, 7, and that kills Rupert, or this guy. Okay, so this guy's dead. Okay, now I'm going to use Lembas, so I don't have to heal, but it readies this guy. And so when I ready this guy, that's pretty cool because now I can attack for 4. Let's see. 7, 10. Because both of these guys have the Rivendell Blade, that kills this guy. Right? Yeah. Okay, because I reduced both of them by 2. So this guy is now dead. So I've killed 3 of the 4 bad guys. Okay. Now, can I do anything else? Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this guy as opposed to this guy. And so that means now I've done 3 because I just killed there. And now, next turn, I can use the black arrow if I make it that far. Okay, so I'm going to raise my threat by 1, raise my round. Okay, do I have chump blockers? Maybe. Glorfindel, it looks good. So, okay. Well, that doesn't help me. Okay, I can still cancel that. Okay. Resources, so that's 1, 8, 6, 2. I have to quest. For at least 5. So there's 3, 4. I'm going to quest for 5. I'm going to quest for 5. So 7, so I raise by 2. 1, 2. Okay, now these guys are all out. Now, what do I do? Okay. I'm going to use Well-Warned. Using Well-Warned, I'm going to reduce my threat by 2. Okay, these guys all come out. So, 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I looked at that shadow and see if there was a shadow effect. Okay, so now I'm going to take this guy here. I'm going to block Grimmbjorn with the hill. The hill troll is going to be blocked by Grimmbjorn. So remove 1 progress token from the current quest. There are no progress tokens on the current quest, so that's cool. Grimmbjorn has 10 hit points. He blocks for 3, plus there's an extra 1, so that's 7. So Grimmbjorn takes 4 damage. Boom. Okay, resources, damage. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Grimmbjorn is not ready, or is not exhausted. Okay, so this guy is now going to defend against Rupert. It says if attacking enemy is a troll, remove 2 damage tokens. I don't have any damage tokens on this, so the Duna Diane goes in it. Very good. And now this guy, the wards, say if there's no shadow effect, it goes back in the staging area where it attacks. So this guy, I'm gonna block it with Glorfindel. Okay, so Glorfindel, let's see, there is defending character gets -1. So let's see here. So there's -1. The cloak gives me +1, so I'm at 1. And so this guy did 3 damage to me. That's fine. And so now I'm going to use Lembas on this guy and this guy. Okay. Now the Lembas heals 3 damage here. And now I can ready him. And now I can ready him. And so now I think my goal is that I want to try to kill as many of these things as possible. So I'm going to 2, 4, let's see, no, 4, 8, 11, 12, minus, so he has 12, 13. I do 11 minus the 2 from the Rivendell blade. So this guy dies, and I now travel for 2. And now this guy is still out there. So now I'm going to do 3, 6. And I'm going to use the black arrow to do 11. And this guy has a Rivendell blade, so that's minus 2. So all the trolls are now defeated. All the trolls are now defeated. So now, the next turn, I just need to quest the heck out of this. Okay, so that's 20. This guy, did he not have a shadow? He didn't have a shadow. No, he did have a shadow. Okay, so now we go into here, like this, like this, like this, like this. We draw a card. Now I get Gandalf. I raise my threat. I raise that. This is 2. Okay. 9. 7. 3. Okay. Now we quest the heck out of this. I'm going to bring in Gandalf. This guy goes down to 4. Bring in Gandalf just to quest, and I'm going to reduce my threat by 4 just because I can. Oh, by 5. Sorry. And now I'm going to travel for 4, 5, 7, 10, 12, 13. There's only 5 out here, so 13. So there's 7, 8, 9, beat it, done, beat it second turn. So that's cool. I think that my additions are really good on this, and life worked out pretty well, and we'll keep going. I think its next stop is Roast Goble, right? Yeah. Okay. Have a great day.